Hi, I'm Tina and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, welcome. So I am going to talk today about Variation Wizard, adding items to existing listings on Amazon, and answering some of your questions on one of my most watched videos on how to create a variation listing or add your item to an existing listing on Amazon. So with that, let's jump right in and cover those topics. All right, so first I'm going to cover the questions that were asked on my last video and get these out of the way. So one viewer, their issue is adding a new shade for a product, a foundation, that is already listed on Amazon, but not as the brand owner. There are already 6 to 7 other shades listed for the same product. So let's pretend this is Maybelline base makeup, and we have ivory, buff, all of the different colors for this foundation. So yes, you can do that. What your issue might be, and I should have pre-thought to have an item here, is that you are likely not going to be approved to list Maybelline. So you are going to have to take a picture of your product, real world images that Amazon likes. So here's a remote control. So instead of having the image with the pure white background, you're going to take a picture of you holding it or right there on your table, the front, the back of the item, showing the barcode. Amazon is going to check your item against the GS1 database to see that your item is in fact registered to Maybelline. As long as that color is not on that variation, Amazon will end up approving your case, giving you 72 hours to be able to add that new shade to the existing variation family on Amazon. Question 2. After creating a new listing with color variations, the variations don't appear. I'm sure that's supposed to be under the parent listing. Changing the child listing quantity to 1 also doesn't seem to help. So clarification on how to make the color variations appear under the parent listing and whether actually sending in the products to FBA is necessary. It is not necessary to have to send in your item to Amazon in order to get that child to populate. By adding that you have 1 in your inventory should have that populate. So if that child is not populating under the parent, then you did something wrong when adding it into Amazon. Now, if you do see it on the back end and it's there and it's intact with all of the other ones, then I recommend you opening up a case with Amazon to inquire, why is this child suppressed on Amazon? That I can't know without actually looking in your account what's going on. Question 3, can a seller use images from the brand instead of their own images for the product listing? That depends. There are companies like Bath & Body that will come after you for using their photos off the Bath & Body website, and it's not allowed. You need to take your own photos. There are some brands that do allow you to use their photos. So if you happen to buy from an authorized wholesaler or distributor, usually they're going to give you stock photos if you request them. And then it's really just a crapshoot, I guess, if you want to try to use a stock photo off of, let's say, Nike's website for an item that you're adding on Amazon. What will happen is, if you're not allowed to use it, they will send you a message through Amazon, or you're going to get a possible IP complaint for image. If you get that, all you have to do is simply take your own images, make the pure white background. I use Canva. In fact, Canva is what I'm in right now, showing you these questions. And I take my own photos in Canva and I make a pure white background. If you do not know how to do that, I do have videos here in YouTube showing you how I do that in Canva. Question 4, when attaching a child listing to a parent listing, is it required to include an already attached child along with the new one? No, it's not. You simply just need to attach yours. The very last question is, the listing has a different flavor and the seller wants to change the image for it. I'm not sure, if the listing has a different flavor, so if the listing itself says grape and you want to attach an image for grape, then it depends. If you created it, you're able to change that. If somebody else created that listing, you're not going to be able to change the image. If you are the person who created it in your account, that does give you a lot more control over it unless other sellers are on the listing with you now. When there are other sellers on the listing with you, a lot of times Amazon does not let you change it even though you created it. If you're the brand owner, then absolutely. If you're talking about maybe they ran out of orange, the flavor orange, and it's no longer available, it's been discontinued, this listing has great rank, it's for the flavor orange, the image is for orange, and you're asking, can I now just change it to be grape? No, you can't. But you can create grape as a child on the orange to at least help with the reviews and the ranking that the orange carries. The orange just isn't going to be visible anymore, so you can do that. So that wraps up the questions. Now let's jump in to actually using another tool in Amazon. Okay, so I have a slideshow here to show you, so let me expand this. When you jump into your Amazon seller account, you're going to hover over Catalog and click Add Products. And instead of putting your product here like you normally would, you're going to come down here to create variations using Variation Wizard. Then you're going to add to or update an existing variation family. So you'll highlight this bubble right here. It will open up this search bar, and in this search bar is where you are going to put an ASIN, any ASIN that's on that listing at all. And I took the liberty of putting this ASIN in here that we are going to look at on Amazon's product page, and we're going to jump into my account next and take a look at this. So this is the listing that I chose, this Nike Men's Team Legend Short Sleeve Crew t-shirt. And as you see, there is a lot of color variations, and I imagine a lot of sizes for each one of these colors. And you have a color that is not on Amazon, but is a match to this listing, and you want to add it. So you're going to have gone through those steps on getting into your Amazon account so we can add this to an existing listing. Now here we are in Seller Central under the Variation Wizard, and here is that ASIN that I attached to want to add to it. Here we can see all of the other shirts. Here's the parent ASIN up here, and there's never really a listing tied to it. There's no shirt tied to the parent. The children are the shirts in the different sizes. Now sometimes you'll find that your item is actually in here. It's hidden on Amazon. It's not in stock, and for whatever reason, even if you search with the UPC code, it's not popping up. Sometimes looking through here, you can actually find your listing. But today's case, we can't find it, and we want to add it. You're going to want to follow the same format and layout as all of the other colors so it looks clean on the listing, and it follows format of what is already on Amazon. You're going to choose UPC, put in your UPC, and put in the size, the color, the name of the item. This is how it's going to work. Now, going back to my scenario before, that you are likely not going to have permission to create listings for the brand Nike because it's a big name brand. In the past, you used to be able to do this, not anymore. What's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and fill this form out because we're going to make the template, but we're also going to have to open up a case with Amazon asking for permission. So here's a Burt's Bees that I had just bought for myself. So you're going to take a picture of the Nike shirt, and you're going to want to show the barcode in your image, the packaging from different angles, so they can see that it does belong to Nike. Amazon will check the GS1 database. I mentioned that before. You can check GS1 database yourself. I have videos about GS1 database. That's not what this topic is about. Just know what you have to do to make the listing. Real world images, show the UPC. So we're going to go down to the bottom of Variation Wizard so we can add in your item. And you might have different sizes. You might need to make several things. What you do is you simply click this button, Add Variation. Then it's going to populate this window that's going to open up for you to be able to add it. And remember I said go ahead and copy this format. What you're going to do is you're going to copy everything except the color, as long as everything is exactly the same as this listing. And we're going to copy, we're going to paste that here, put a space, and your color is, we're going to say yellow. I know there's a yellow one on there, but we have to follow this so we can make a listing. All right, and then we're going to put the other parenthesis there. Now you're not a G10, you're a UPC. You're going to have to type in your UPC number. I'm going to do this and say that mine ended in 8. Then you need the size, and yours maybe is a medium. And your color was yellow, so you're going to have to use this drop down here and choose yellow. And then you will also type in here yellow, unless it's a special name, like this one was called Team Gold. Yours might be called Fire Yellow, if that's such a thing. And then here, yours is medium. It's new. Here, I believe, is the quantity. I'm going to say 0. I'm pretty sure that's quantity. I've got to scroll back up to double check. Yeah, quantity. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Okay, 0, and then the price. I generally like to price what the actual item is on the retail tag, or I price it according to what Amazon is, as long as that price is higher than what I intend to list it for. So if on the tag it's $45, we will put that here, and then we will hit Save. So now it has saved for us our template. What you have to do next is hit the yellow button that says Generate Template. It's now going to generate this template down here, and you will now download this template. And we are going to call it Nike Yellow. And we're going to save it to our computer, because now we have to upload this for Amazon to approve this child variation that we're going to add to our listing. So next we're going to jump over to that area of Amazon. Okay, so now we're ready to upload to the Inventory Wizard. We're ready to upload that file that we just created. So again, in your Amazon seller account, you're going to go over to Catalog and down to Add Products via Upload. That will bring us to this page. And you want to make sure that this is highlighted. Upload your spreadsheet. You're going to click Browse Files. And once you do that, you are going to upload your file. This is our Nike Yellow spreadsheet. Another thing I didn't point out is that you're also going to want to, if you're a Mac user like me, you're going to want to convert that into an Excel out of numbers. So make sure it's in an Excel format. Now I'm going to close this out, and we are going to jump into my Amazon account. Here is the spreadsheet I actually just uploaded for that Nike shirt, which I know is going to have errors because it wasn't a real UPC code. But this is where you can check on the status. So what you do is you click over here so you can see the status of your file, and I'm scrolling down because I do this all the time, because there is one down here that has action required. So if there is something wrong with what you uploaded, you will see your action required. You can also have errors and it not say that, because I know for sure this has errors. So you can download your summary, and in there you will have a spreadsheet that will show you errors. That is another video for another day. As long as your product is something simple and you filled in all of the columns, you should be good. Okay, I do want to open up what that sheet would look like. This is a different one that I did, but when you actually open up that Excel spreadsheet that we downloaded from Amazon, it will look like this. And you actually jump way over to one of these other tabs to get where you need to be, but there are instructions that you can follow. They break it down simply for you to know what to do with one of these spreadsheets. They give you examples of what images are acceptable. Here's some more examples on how to properly fill out this particular flat file. Here are the definitions of what the items mean on the flat file. Here are your choices on your drop-down list. It looks very overwhelming, and I understand that. When you come over here, this is your actual template. So this is a template that is for some socks, but a lot of this stuff already auto-populated when you use Variation Wizard, and all of these things are okay. And if there are errors, you are going to know what that error is and what you need to fill out. You do not have to fill out all of these columns. In the beginning, that is what I thought. I thought I had to do the image, and it was very overwhelming. You do not have to do that. You only have to fill out the portion that Amazon tells you to fill out. Keep in mind that this top line is always the parent. What I was trying to add was this child underneath, and that's all you're trying to do. And this is very long. You have to keep scrolling over. Usually you always ignore the images. Don't worry about that. And it's a variation. That's the relationship type. And again, if there's any errors, Amazon's going to tell you what block is the error, so you know what block to fill out. And at least there are the instructions. It's always an update. And as you see, this is all very, very long. The color map, I'm sure that auto-populated. This is a file that doesn't have errors. I just want you to know that if you do get errors, since I didn't cover errors, this is what your flat file looks like that you did download, and I wanted you to know that each of these tabs does have information. Sometimes you do have to call Amazon to get the catalog team to help you. If you get through to the catalog team, they're usually US based. I often get mine in Arizona, and the reps there are very good, and they will actually walk you through what is missing in your flat file and exactly what you need to put and where you need to put it. They are very, very helpful. So if you want to jump through those hoops on a variation that you're having a lot of trouble with and it's worth it to you, then definitely call Amazon, be persistent to get through and get help if you're not able to figure it out on your own. I know that these are a little bit more complicated videos, so I do thank you for watching. I know only those who really need to do this did watch. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe to my channel. I do a lot more fun content than this, but I felt that this was deserved, and I know a lot of people really struggle with this and need a little help and clarification based off of my last video that I will put down in the comments below. That is a more thorough walkthrough of actually building the listing and getting your variations in there. Thanks for watching.